From the Hexham Heads to the Robert doll, here are your top 10 cursed objects that should be locked away forever. Today's video is sponsored by Bloodline Heroes of Lithus, an RPG game that instantly pulls you into another world. The graphics, instrumentals, and storyline are fantastic and truly compete with the other popular console games out there. But what's even better is that this game is actually for your phone. If you haven't played Bloodline yet, the time is now. The newly added hybrid system is unreal. If you download the game right now, you will receive an amazing starter pack, and oh, did I mention that the game is free? Yeah, even better. In Bloodline, you can create your own legendary champion by combining the bloodlines of elves, demons, demigods, orcs, dwarves, lycans, dragonborn, and many more. And then you're going to have children and raise heirs. You customize your champions through their unique marriage system to create over 800 different new hybrids between any two bloodlines, where you will inherit their talents and traits and their unique appearances, passed down from each family tree and merged into one. New fantasy characters are released every month, so you can continue to play around with the hybrid combinations to discover the greatest hybrid that will suit you. Speaking of characters, a new clan is coming to the game this Halloween as a brand new lineage. It's the Accursed Vampire Clan. This is a Halloween event starting October 27th, and by participating, you will be able to obtain an accursed champion for free on the 7th day. The game has so many exciting features, from its stunning 3D graphics to easy-to-use controls to its fun storylines where you can build your own kingdom, where you can make dynamic character choices such as improving champion intimacy to make more powerful offspring, to switching the genders of your champions to whatever you desire. Download the game for iOS and Androids for free by clicking our exclusive link in our description box or scan the QR code on the screen, and by doing so, you'll get a starter pack, a special starter pack worth $20 that includes 10 energy potions, 100,000 gold, and 100 diamonds. Don't forget to get the new Vampire Champion starting October 27th and use my link to install for free and get a special starter pack available for the next 30 days. In our number 10 spot, we have the Ring of Silvianus. Anyone a fan of The Lord of the Rings? I'm a mega fan, so if you are, reach out to me and let's be friends. But anyways, you may not know this, but the ring exists. Yep, it's real. Allegedly, J.R.R. Tolkien was inspired by a ring called the Vein Ring, or the Ring of Silvianus, that was said to be cursed. It was a gold ring dating to the 4th century AD England, and it was the property of a man named Silvianus in 1785. It was apparently stolen, and Silvianus put a curse on it. Eventually, it became the property of the Shute family, and their property eventually became a National Trust property, and the ring is on display there. In 1929, a man named Sir Mortimer Wheeler discovered the curse upon it and discussed the details of the curse, such as the god invoked, with a very famous man by the name of J.R.R. Tolkien, thus birthed the story about the one powerful ring. Man, if there was one person dead that I could meet, it would be him. He created his own language, folks. I wish I could pick his brain on his thoughts about life. Anyways, this object is locked away in a display case, so we should be good. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you can watch more content like this. In our number 9 spot, we have the Unlucky Mummy. The Unlucky Mummy is an artifact that people legit believed started World War I. Oh, and the object was rumored to have sunk the Titanic. That's a very, very unlucky mummy. The Unlucky Mummy is an ancient Egyptian artifact that's either a painted wooden mummy board or an inner coffin lid that's now located in a British museum. It was originally found in Thebes and can be dated by its shape and style to around 950 to 900 BC. A British journalist, obsessed with the fact that he thought it had magical powers, analyzed it for some time, and after 3 years, at only age 36, he mysteriously passed away. People believed that the Unlucky Mummy was the reason. Wow, it's so wild to think about how different people's thoughts were back then compared to how people think now. Did people back then have crazy imaginations, or are we too unimaginative and logical now that we miss the magic? Would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. In our number 8 spot, we have the Hexham Heads. The Hexham Heads were a pair of small stone heads about 6 centimeters high, found in 1971 in a British town called Hexham by 2 boys by the name of Colin and Leslie Robson. They were digging in a garden when they stumbled across them and they brought them inside. Right away, paranormal phenomena began to happen in their house. One boy's hair was pulled at night, the heads would mysteriously be in new places, bottles were being thrown across the room, and their mother saw a man that was seemingly half man, half goat leaving the house. When the artifacts were given to a Celtic artifact expert, she and many others noticed a half man, half wolf leave the house or move about the house on many occasions. The woman also reported the feeling of a cold presence and her office door opening with no wind, and the cause remained unknown. The heads got passed around a lot until suddenly they vanished, and their whereabouts still remain unknown. Dun dun dun. In our number 7 spot, we have the Crying Boy. The Crying Boy is a fascinating phenomenon. This is a mass-produced print of a painting by an Italian painter by the name of Giovanni Bergolin, and the painting is literally of a boy crying. This painting was widely distributed in the 50s, but in the 80s, a theory around the painting began to arise, and people started to think that the painting was cursed. On September the 5th, 1985, a British newspaper reported that a firefighter had stated that undamaged copies of the painting were being found frequently at sites of burned houses. Of course, people began to believe that it was the paintings that were behind it because they would somehow come out untouched. It was later learned that the paintings did have varnish on them that made them fire retardant. However, the boy in the paintings was later discovered, a man named Don Bonillo, and apparently he is tied to several fires, including the painter's studio. Yikes, okay, well this is scary. I hope all of these paintings were somehow disposed of. I'm assuming not by fire, but in some way, but if not, then they need to be locked away in a fireproof cabinet of some sort. In our number 6 spot, we have the Basano Vase. The Basano Vase is a vase that needs to be locked away, and we need to also throw away the key because it is terrifying. I know, it seems like an object that is just not threatening at all. I mean, come on. It's a vase. Something you put beautiful flowers in. Anyways, the vase is believed to be from the 15th century in Napoli, Italy. Apparently anyone that was ever the owner of it has died. I mean, that is inevitable, right? We're all mortal humans. No, they died within a few months of having it. The original owner apparently died with it in her arms. The vase was passed between a bunch of hands in the 80s before it disappeared, and no one is quite sure where it is located at this moment. In our number 5 spot, we have the Bronze Lady. Okay, so this next one can't necessarily be locked up because it's a giant bronze statue, but I'm putting it on this list so y'all can have caution if you ever go near it. Okay, this statue is located in the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. Yes, the famous cemetery. You may be going there to see ghosts, but apparently the Bronze Lady is who you should be watching out for. She allegedly wanders the cemetery grounds at night, terrifying anyone who may have entered the grounds. They say that you can hear her weeping if you get close to her, and if you sit on her lap, she'll cry tears of blood. They say if you insult her and hit her in the face, you will be cursed for life. Who the heck is doing that and why? Apparently many a visitor have ran from the cemetery after an encounter with her. Damn. In our number 4 spot, we have the Robert doll. Well, right off the bat, I want to lock this one up because of its name. This sounds like the creepiest doll ever. Not that there's anything wrong with the name Robert. I even have a cousin named Robert. It's just Robert and doll together. Sounds creepy. I don't know. Anyways, looking at this doll, I have to say that the creepiness of the name totally matches it. This must be top 5 creepiest dolls ever, but I wouldn't know. I don't watch a lot of doll movies, and it's been a long time since I've played with them. I do miss my Barbie days, not gonna lie. The doll was made in Germany and purchased in 1904 and given to a boy named Robert Otto. The legend is that the doll has supernatural powers. After Otto passed away and the doll was passed around, people said that the doll caused car accidents, broken bones, job loss, divorce, and people that visited the museum that it was eventually put in would supposedly experience post-visit misfortunes for failing to respect Robert. whatever that means. I bet you they were insulting Robert like the bronze lady statue. Who are all these disrespectful animals? In our number 3 spot, we have the Hope Diamond. This is a very, very beautiful diamond that unfortunately is cursed. So much so that no one should own it. I just realized something. If you were someone that owned such a crazy expensive diamond, would you not do whatever you could to protect it and make sure it was not stolen, such as create a rumor around it possibly being cursed so no one would try to steal it? I mean, I probably would. I wonder if perhaps that's how this started. Anyways, allegedly the Hope Diamond is cursed and has brought about a lot of death in its time. It was extracted in the 17th century in India. Owners of the Hope Diamond were either killed or experienced extreme misfortune. So after a while, it just gained a poor reputation. It's most likely cursed. In our number 2 spot, we have the Cursed Ring. This is a ring that needs to be locked up in a vault pronto because it is absolutely cursed. It was once called the Destiny Ring by a shopkeeper who did not want to sell it, but apparently actor Rudolph Valentino had to have it. It was the 1920s, and after buying this ring, a series of unfortunate events happened to him before he ended up passing away. A series of unfortunate events actually happened to all who obtained the ring for many years until the ring was bought in an auction in 2017, and there has been no word as to whether the owner of it is still okay. Why oh why was this ring not thrown into a vault? I will never understand people. In our number 1 spot, we have the Baleroy Chair of Death. You may be surprised to hear that this is not the only chair that supposedly brings about death, but the other chair is so widely talked about that I thought I would talk about this one on this list. This chair, the Baleroy Chair, is a chair that's from the Baleroy Mansion that is believed to be very haunted. It's a 200-year-old blue chair that sits in the drawing room called the Blue Room. The chair apparently was once owned by Napoleon, and it was made in the 18th century by a person that practices sorcery. So how is this chair bad, you may ask? Well, the legend around this chair is quite fascinating. Allegedly, a red mist floats around the chair, and people say that the mist is a spirit named Amelia. This spirit allegedly sucks the breath out of anyone that sits in the chair, sucking out their life force, and they pass away a few days later. This literally sounds like a part of the plot of Hocus Pocus. I bet you they got their inspiration for the movie from this. I'm Melissa Melotti, and I hope that you have a good day, sir.